Aloha, this is Matt, and you're watching Life in Paradise on YouTube. Hi, this is Matt. Welcome to my show. Today we're going to be talking about real estate in Hawaii. I remember back in the day when I was much younger, where I came from, you could get a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath house, basic 6,500 square foot lot, somewhere around $80,000. Today, that same plot property, sans improvements, will go for anywhere between $800,000 to $900,000. This is ridiculous. These houses are single wall construction. They're begging to fall down, and you're paying up to 900 grand for it. People in Hawaii, Hawaiians especially, you may notice that when you come here, for you tourists, the most rare thing that you'll find in Hawaii are Native Hawaiians. That's because we have to fly out to other places, get jobs over there, and buy homes over there so we can raise our families. It's crazy. Over here, your average Hawaiian has a $36,000 a year pay, and you've got a house that's $500,000 that's falling apart, maybe 2-bedroom. It's ridiculous out here. Now, a lot of people back in the early 90s, late 80s, they blame the Japanese. Japanese were over here to invest. Now, I'm not going to blame the Japanese. I don't blame anybody who wants to go out there to make a buck. After all, this country was founded on making a buck. That's what the Constitution is all about. I blame the people that sold the properties. They were the ones that were kind of greedy. They were the ones who took the money. They weren't the ones that were putting out the money. Now, the problem with the Japanese is that after the first Iraq War, their market went straight into the toilet. All of them overextended themselves. They couldn't pay back their loans. All the Japanese banks ended up with all the property. They didn't want the property. They just wanted to get paid back. What did they do? They sold it to American banks in a lot of cases. Now it's a new breed of people that are here buying and selling property, speculators. Well, the Japanese are speculating too, but the point is this. These speculators are from the mainland, the upper 48 states. They buy property over here, then they turn it into a vacation rental, renting it out for upwards of $5,000 a week. This is ridiculous. What are they doing? They're driving up the property values. Now, this is fine and dandy for them because they don't have to live here. Sad part about it is the actual homeowners, people who have invested 30 years of their life paying for that house, now they've got to take out loans just so they can pay their property taxes. Now, that's another thing. Just getting off the subject for a little bit. We've got a mayor over here, and he said, oh, no, we're not going to raise the property taxes. No, we're not going to do that. You know, the taxpayers in Hawaii are having a hard enough time of that. Okay, so what does he do? He just raises the property values. They're still making more money in taxes, but they didn't have to raise the tax rate. Now, the only bright side that I've seen to all of this is that foreclosures recently have tripled here in the islands. What that means to the prospective local people to purchase a house here, all they'd have to do is look for a foreclosure. Hopefully they like it and they can buy it for whatever is owed the bank and not the entire value of the property. For you people who don't live here, unless you're going to move here and actually invest your life here, please don't. Now, for the rest of us, I hope this trend does continue, because that means that it'll be even cheaper for people who live here to buy a house. It also benefits the people who presently own homes within the area where that house is being foreclosed on. Those people, their property taxes will get lower. Unfortunately, then the answer to this from the government would be to raise the tax rates. I just hope one day that you see a lot more of us brown people owning our homes over here. This is all that I have for this week's show. Again, I'd like to thank you all for joining me today. I'd like you to tune in next week. We'll have another episode, another little topic about our islands. If you have any comments, any questions, anything you'd like to share with me, my contact information will be coming up at the very end of this program. Thank you. Aloha, this is Matt, and you've been watching Life in Paradise on YouTube. Tune in every Friday for a new episode. Mahalo. Next week on Life in Paradise, he kept saying the military's function is to kill people. That's not the military's function. The military's function is to take away the power to make war from our enemy. Be there. Aloha.